So I'm sure you guys have heard about the actress Rachel Zegler over the past couple weeks. She's pretty much become one of the bigger internet stories over the last couple months, pretty much because she's the definition of a PR disaster. But it looks like Rachel Zegler has pretty much killed her career before it's even started, because recently she just got fired from a major movie role. So let's talk about it. So Disney is making a live action Snow White movie that's coming out next year, and Rachel Zegler is playing in Snow White, and there's been multiple clips posted about her talking about Snow White, you know, pretty much the franchise that started Disney off, about her pretty much bashing the character and calling, you know, Prince Charming like a creep and that kind of shit. And she's been just overall really disrespectful on, you know, her portrayal of this iconic Disney character that, you know, a lot of people would kill for that kind of opportunity. It's going to be one of the bigger movies next year, even with all this disaster PR shit. So I'm sure you guys have heard about the Paddington movies. They're very iconic movies with a lot of charm. Now, unfortunately, I haven't seen either movies, but I've heard great things. I've heard Paddington 2 might be one of the greatest movies of all time, so I definitely got to give it a watch. But a lot of people love this franchise, and it looks like they're finally doing a third movie, and currently Rachel Zegler was cast as one of the roles in the movie. And it looks like they finally decided to fire her from Paddington 3, which is honestly kind of nuts. Paddington 3 update. Rachel Zegler's role reportedly recast. According to Scooper, Daniel Richmond's Twitter post, Paddington 3 is approximately 2 weeks away from finishing production. Richmond said Zegler's role in the movie has been recast due to her unavailability caused by the Screen Actors Guild America Federation of Television and Radio Artists, the SAG-AFTRA strike. So I'm sure you guys have heard about the strike, you know, the Hollywood strike that's been going on, and this affected Rachel Zegler. However, you might think at first this has no correlation to why she was fired, but if you guys didn't know, the Hollywood strike has actually finished, and it looks like it actually finished before they actually stopped filming Paddington 3, and they still have a recast. And if you guys know anything about how movies are filmed and production around films, you know they do recasts, they do reshoots, you know, they'll do a test audience, and if they don't like it, they might go back and recast a couple areas. So if they wanted to recast, you know, Rachel Zegler, now that the strike's done, and they wanted to get her in the film, you know, because she thought she'd be a really good fit, they could 100% do it if they wanted to. Let's just be completely honest about that fact, okay? If they wanted to put her in the movie, they would have, but they completely recast her, and I have no doubt in my mind that's one of the reasons is because, you know, she's been a terrible PR disaster. Given that the film largely stars European actors who aren't a part of the Hollywood strike, the movie began filming in the United Kingdom on July 24th without Zegler, according to Screen Daily. It was initially believed Zegler would join the production once the strike had ended. However, now it appears the movie is moving forward without her. And honestly, I gotta say, you know, as much as I really wanted to like Rachel Zegler, like I remember, I think I saw her in the Shazam 2 movie, and I know a lot of people didn't like Shazam 2, but honestly, I thought it was an okay movie, and I actually thought she was a pretty decent part of it. You know, she was the kind of person that I want to like. You know, she's in a lot of stuff that I want to like. She's in the upcoming Hunger Games movie, and you know what? I liked the Hunger Games growing up, so I'll probably go see it even though she's, you know, the main character, and I want to like her and stuff. But I gotta say, Rachel Zegler has made herself, you know, very unlikable over the last couple weeks, and I think the nail in the coffin was that when people started criticizing her about her weird comments about, you know, being cast in Snow White, you know, the opportunity of a lifetime for a lot of actors, I have no doubt in my mind. You know, people were criticizing her, and on her public Twitter, she was posting and retweeting things about it being only men and, you know, it being a sexist thing. It's apparently sexist to criticize any woman in Rachel Zegler's mind. Only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel. You have nothing to lose. That's pretty much what she was saying. You know, it was only men who were criticizing her, which is absolutely ridiculous, because I've seen the complete opposite. You know, I've seen a lot of women who love the Snow White character, and of course they're gonna love a Disney princess. You know, I'm not interested in going to see a Disney princess movie, but a lot of women might be, and so a lot of women were criticizing her too. But it looks like she just decided to say it was a sexist thing, which I gotta say, I definitely think is ridiculous. And you know what, she's just a PR disaster, and I kind of hope she, you know, tries to learn from some of her, you know, controversial mistakes. You know, being ungrateful for being a part of, you know, a Disney live action remake, which often make hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, Disney really goes in on these movies. So, you know, how about being a little more grateful for that? And then how about not publicly criticizing only men for criticizing you when, you know, plenty of women have been criticizing you too. The whole sexist thing, the act is just not going to work on me. But that's just my thoughts. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. The other day we made a video about the surprise return of Little Tay and how she finally addressed the death hoax and the allegations against her family. This is a crazy video you're not going to want to miss. Click here to watch it now.